Okay, good morning, everybody. Here's where we're at. And we've been down here for a while now, coming up on a week. Not quite, but getting there. Our time down here is about a week. So we're, just bear with me here. I'm trying to get rolling. You're fine. So, yeah, we've been down here about a week, and I try to get out every morning, get a little exercise. The sunshine is really nice, I gotta say. Snowing back home, so. And yes, you can probably see it. It's me talking, just so you know. Here's another park. I haven't really checked it out, but it's probably fine too. We tried to get into a different one when we were planning to come down here. The big one just down the road, which we'll talk about, Fountain of Youth. We actually got in there yesterday because we've been wanting to see it. And it's nice, 55 and up community. They got kind of everything in there. But to get in, we actually had to go to check out the sales. They do sell a number of permanently mounted trailers, and I think a few RVs, but mostly trailers, like 14 by 70. So at the end of the day, we found one we like a lot, but I'm just not sure this is where I want to, how do I say, be permanent vacationers. We're still looking around. This was the whole purpose of my vacation this year, is to just come down here, kind of check out the area. We got a great little place where we're at up here at Glamis North. It has access to all the back country right behind it. Now you can go clear down to the actual Glamis Dunes, and also they have a lot to offer down there, I guess, if you like the craziness of the desert. Probably loud. We haven't been down there. I've seen the videos. I don't think we're going to go down there since I don't have any sand toys. It's like 40 miles out of Highland, something like that. So it's a bit of a drive, but if that's what you're into, it'd be fun, I'm sure. This place here, it actually would be really fun to just take off up into the mountains there. I'd love to try that. There's a few things to go see, but not having the toys, and my wheel doesn't really like the looseness of the dirt trails up that way. I took a little ride up there the day after, a couple days after we got here. Didn't really like it. It's a little too loose. I'm thinking if I had my other one, my S22, it'd probably be a little better, just because it's so much lighter. It's like 35 pounds less. This one's heavy. So, anyway, yeah, you can. I don't know if you can see the video off to the left of me in the distance. I guess I could ride up there right now, just kind of show you before we continue on. I'm going to actually head back down to Bombay Beach this morning. It's not too many places for me to really go, but it's been kind of my morning ride is just go down to Bombay Beach and back. I think I put in about 20 miles yesterday morning, something like that. which is really what I need. Just keep me limbered up. I just went early yesterday. Today I thought I'd wait a little bit. As you can see, I don't have my jacket on. It's a lot warmer after 8 o'clock. It's probably about 68 degrees right now. And you probably see this road is really chunky. It's super rough asphalt. But it's okay. I'll take it. I've tried the side of the road a few times, and yeah, you can ride it, but I don't know. I'll be riding some dirt just to get to Bombay, so no point right here, really. And no traffic, which I do like. Occasional car, but that's about it. It's pretty quiet around here. I know they are having the flea market today at Fountain Youth. I'm not sure if we're going to go. I don't really need anything, but then it might be just fun to poke around a little. But you know, me being on my senior mobility device, as you know, I'm probably the oddity around here. But they said it'd be okay in the park, no problem. I was a little concerned about that. So we're going to head up there real quick, just kind of take a look. Then I'll double back in the one thing. This is the, my bike, maybe the audio is a little better. This is the oasis in the desert, I guess is the way to put it. I think they said through the winter months, starting in I think September and then all the way through May, they can have up to like 3,000 people stay here from all over. They get a lot of people out of Canada. He talked about a few from Seattle that we were looking at their houses or trailers for sale. So yeah, kind of all over. A lot of Canadians, though. He said the one thing that was interesting is that a lot of them haven't come down here this year because their dollar's super weak, and they're a little bit concerned about the political climate with Canada right now and what's happening. They don't want to make the trek down there and then find out, you know, they're being invited to leave. So that's kind of interesting. But this looks like a border guy. I'm not really sure what this guy is. Oh, maybe not. He's just out for a walk. They have the golf course right to my right. Yeah, he's just out walking. Yeah, that golf course is nutty. That's what you want to call it. So I was kind of curious about how this place, how well it works when they have the floods, because a year and a half ago they had a lot of rain up in the mountains, and of course it turns into a flood. And I think it was driven by one of the hurricanes or typhoons down south, spun up here and dropped an immense amount of water. And the whole town and island was pretty much flooded out. I mean, it was a mess. So I was curious about that, but apparently the way they're sitting here with they call them the washes, which is the diverted water, they weren't too affected. So, and maybe I'll be able to get some video of the washes when we head to Bombay, because they're about every 1/8 of a mile. I'll try to stop and get you a good look at one. But yeah, you can kind of see, I'll hold this up. You can kind of see the park there. Flea market, 8 to 12, okay. Let's see, I don't know, listen to music while we're riding. Turn it up a little. Try to keep it down for you, but I don't want to get YouTube screaming at me because they don't like my musical content. Let's see, the flea market is right behind that building right there, actually. Let me see if I can just, I don't know if I can see it through here, but I can't quite see it. I can get an idea what the park's all about. I mean, there they got, I forget what that is, some kind of pickleball maybe or something. But, and then up ahead of me, can't really see it, there's a chain link fence way up there. That's where the what do you call it, canal. That's Child Canal Road, as you can see on the sign right here. All right, we're gonna head back down and go to Bombay. Get another little view of the park. Lots of battery, lots of battery. Yeah, I haven't had any issues with range since I brought the EX30. Usually go about, I don't know, 25, 30 miles an hour. I'm not in a hurry to go anywhere. Yeah, this is a happy place, but I just don't feel like, this is where we're probably going to want to winter. It's an hour from pretty much anything. If you want to go into Indio or Palm Desert, for instance, you know, go to Costco or Walmart. The other option is to go south to just past an island. But, you know, there's not much down there either. So I'm not sure that's in the cards. The other thing we were doing last night, let me get this back down here. We were watching some more documentaries on the Salton Sea, and there's quite a few actually. The one that we enjoyed last night had a bunch of locals in it, and of course they're talking about the demise of the Salton Sea, the history, and there's a lot of history. But the fact that it's shrinking rapidly now because they're diverting so much water away from that because of you know, cities like LA and San Diego growing, and other towns too, but agriculture is a big piece. But it's become a real health issue because of the dust that blows off the sea. So I'm not sure where that's going to end up. They've got supposedly a 10-year, state of California's got a 10-year plan to try and clean it up. But actually this guy behind me is not going too fast. I'm going to speed up. See if I can pull away from him a little bit. So I don't know where that's going to end up. And last thing I want to do is buy something down here and then have it get worse. It is pretty. I mean, it is quiet where we're at for the most part. We'll see how the weekend goes, because I think that's when all the ATVs and side-by-sides come down here, but I don't know. We'll find out tonight, maybe. But yeah, back to Salton Sea. Yeah, it's an ecological mess. I don't know where that's going to go. I'll definitely be kind of trying to keep track of it for the next few years, because I'm curious now. It's such a big big body of water. It's like 30 miles long and 15 miles wide. I mean, put that into perspective, back home, Lake Washington is like 26 miles long. And yeah, it's big. It's not real deep, but it sure is big. The other thing about it, I had the drone up yesterday from our cabin, just flying around a little bit. And I flew it up pretty high to almost where I couldn't see it. And I was at sea level. We're at 38 meters below sea level right here, where we're staying, which is just crazy. So, yeah, that's unreal. People don't realize how low we are. And it's also known as the Salton Sink for a reason. Clearly the water just, if there is water, will flow right to it. So one of the things they talked about in the documentary was the fact that they could get with the Mexican government and potentially trench a canal from the sea down in Mexico all the way up here with, I'm sure, controls and locks and whatever, to control the water and just let it free flow and bring the sea level here back up where they could manage it to a, you know, because you would literally be taking seawater from the ocean and letting it go gravity downhill, no pumps needed. And I mean, it sounds like a great idea. It would definitely help the salinity here, which is like 5 times what the ocean is. And then they could, you know, bring back the fish populations, and there'd be a whole range of benefits. So I don't know if that's going to happen or where that's going to go, but that would be interesting. I also see to my right here, I wasn't there yesterday. I don't think those trailers were here yesterday. They just brought those in. Weird. Huh. So let me double check, make sure we're still recording just fine. It appears, yes we are. Okay, good. I never take anything for granted with video anymore. Every time I do, something goes haywire. So anyway, super nice morning. Like I say, I haven't had a car come up behind me yet, and this is like 3.5 miles from where we're staying. And I don't think I'm gonna ride the highway. Oh, we got a train coming. This is cool. These trains are nuts because they're so damn long. I don't know if I'm gonna try it. Yeah, I might get ahead of it. I'm not gonna race, but it's coming up pretty quick. I think I'm gonna beat it. I'd actually like to get ahead of it. It hasn't triggered yet, so here we go. Sweet. That way, because I'm going to ride the dirt here next to the train while we're talking. Yeah, some of these trains are like 2 miles long, which is nuts, because back home, I think they're only allowed about a mile. It's a lot of cars. They'll have 4 to 5 engines usually. Superman. Now I forget how many miles. I think it's 2.5 miles down to Bombay Beach. Like I said, I'm not in a hurry, so I'm just gonna cut her along. We'll catch this train coming up behind us, which will be cooler than hell. Couldn't plan that. Now these little side whatever here where I'm riding in the dirt, I think this is where the ATVs a lot of time they'll use it to ride down to Bombay Beach. You know, there is the one restaurant around here other than Fountain of Youth. Oh, yep, there he is, honking for the crossing. I'll shut up for a minute and just enjoy this train as we come up on this first wash to my right. No cars. You can kind of see it. That's a small one though. A lot of them they actually name. Yeah! How many engines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. 7 engines. Sometimes they mid-mount a couple of them also, just to help. Because these trains are like 200 cars long. Back home they're about 100. This is so cool. Now, the air quality right now seems great, but I know there are problems. They talked in length about how the kids are having asthma and all kinds of real respiratory issues in the surrounding communities. Oh, great. I'm not in any loose shit. No, we're all right. Coming up on another wash, no traffic, so I'm going to get on the road for a second. And there's a mid-mount engine right there. Yeah, I've been working on these railroads here since we've been here, doing some tire replacement and some other things that apparently. Can't see the back side of it, how far away, how back it goes. Coming up on the next wash. I have really enjoyed my week riding every morning, getting my legs back in shape. But back home it's been so crappy and wet. Oh, there's the end coming up on us. No cars. A lot of truck traffic at certain times I've noticed. That is a hell of a train there. There's a wash with a little water in it, actually. Now, one problem I'm going to have doing my video edits is fast internet and that kind of thing. I'm probably going to end up having to break some of my footage up into smaller videos that my current setup can handle. Marty, Roger, some of these other YouTubers, they've got it dialed in pretty good where they can do large, maybe 3-4 hour videos without a problem. I don't have that capability. So Not sure how I'm going to end up doing it yet, but I'll work it out. Had a great conversation with the Border Patrol. There is a checkpoint a few miles back from where we turned, and the guy was super cool. Um, they got sensors everywhere apparently, and I don't know how or where, but they knew without any certain doubt that somebody dressed like me with a backpack was in their area, and they were watching me. I think it's when I rode the canal. It's a little bit unclear how they saw me, but they saw my backpack, and the guy thinks, he told me straight up. He goes, yeah, in his mind, he's like, boy, that's a new way to smuggle. So we chuckled about it, and I told him, I said, yeah, I was carrying my charger with me because I was going to head into town. I didn't, I just, now that I've ridden around here a little bit, really, there aren't a ton of places to go. There's no point in bringing my charger because I got plenty of juice to ride into Bombay and back. Won't even burn a half battery. I'm still showing 5 bars actually, but I'm not riding fast either. I'm only doing 12, 15 miles an hour. Giving you the tour. Hell, there could be a sensor right here in this picking me up for all I know. And that little electric dealy there. But yeah, they saw me clear as bell, and I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I'm super thankful for their service to the country and trying to keep the trafficking down, the fentanyl and all that. We have seen and heard there are a number of military aircraft flying at times. I saw a couple of Ospreys yesterday flying over, pretty, maybe 500 feet, 1,000 feet, something like that. But yeah, we've seen the jets too, and I'm assuming they're coming out of Edwards, but I don't know. But they've been doing a lot of border patrols. That was ordered, trying to get the border shut down. It's all over the news. So we should be coming up on the next wash right here. See where I'm going to get around it. I'm also kind of watching for, I've seen glass every now and then. Oh yeah, there's no wash. I don't really like riding the soft sand. This thing does not do that great. So I think I might walk it. I just don't feel like eating shit today. Yeah, it's pretty soft. As you can see, nothing. No, there is some traffic on here, but it's just really light. Or it has been the last few days. Occasional truck. Wheel's been performing very nicely for me, actually. I have no complaints.